This is the section of the show where I'm sort of moving into talking about the ways that white supremacy is contained in institutions, right? It's not just a matter of white people enacting violence and injustice of all kinds against brown and black bodies, but it's also about those same brown and black bodies being acculturated into institutions that teach them how to perpetuate those same acts of violence, genocide, white supremacy, etc. Right now you have a president who is sending drones to create mass violence on brown and black bodies across the world. So I think I've been particularly interested as whatever this category of queer person of color in the ways in which this thing called homonationalism has been appearing, which is a fancy word that appeared out of academia, describe the ways in which there seems to be a trend in the LGBT movement, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender movement, to position a stable, white, Western gay identity, which is mostly just accessible to white, wealthy gay men in the West, as a way of claiming that, you know, the United States and all these associated Western powers are really progressive, and we're advocating for gay people. And so, like, when I come out to my family and write, I say, like, oh, I'm this, I'm trans, I'm queer, and they don't accept me immediately. I say, you're bad, you're homophobic, you're transphobic. No, like, accept me, you're backwards. And reflecting on that, I think it's like another really insidious way that consistently colonized people are positioned as the ones who are savage and backwards. And in a way, what LGBT has managed to do is codify these thousands of ways that have always existed of doing gender and sexuality and stabilize them, and then created this platform by which, again, colonial violence and both emotional and material violence can take place against brown and black bodies and against previously, consistently colonized people. So I've been interested in that, and I was specifically reflecting on homonationalism around the events surrounding the Boston Marathon bombing, especially post 9/11 America, all the shit that happens, the ways that racism gets justified. So this piece is really about that. The day after the Boston Marathon, my newsfeed is full of red and pink equal signs next to news about the bombings. Boston is a rallying point for independence. The marathon is a rallying point for independence. Tragedy is a rallying point for the state to exploit its people's fears. 2 men are stopped at Logan Airport for speaking Arabic on a plane. Morning brings forth a fresh imperialism. At sunrise, at death, brown bodies are supposed to return to the sand they came from, to the dirt they labor on. Equal signs appear in the horizon like 2 towers bending over. America remembering how to make skin illegal, how to steal colors and put them in a rainbow. The Middle East is backwards. Let's bomb it off the map. Black people voted for Prop 8. Let's build more prisons to incarcerate their homophobia. Palestine does not have enough gay bars. Let's fund its occupation. Asia has no sexuality at all. Let's exploit their bodies for our labor. Last Friday was Day of Silence. Every white liberal I knew would slap an ally sticker to their chest proudly and say, I pledge allegiance to the American flag. And President Obama will talk about Stonewall and slip a check to Israel and send drones to Yemen, and brown hands will construct these closets for white bodies to come out of, and the State Department has allocated $3 billion a year for LGBT rights abroad. And this is not like colonization, because these new flags are made of rainbows, and the people of Kabul will send their love to Boston. And this is the language the Department of Defense will listen to as they inscribe their battle plans and love letters with the same X's and O's. Mask the thunder of machine guns in the beating of pink hearts, a human rights crusade. Every marriage license, a license to kill. 2 men will be stopped on a plane for speaking Arabic in America. 2 men will be celebrated for being gay in America. To have and to hold, till death do us part.